So the way I like to view your soul is the soul is the essence of you. This is who you are. And it feels a couple different ways. When you think about the soul, sometimes it feels like this little interior point that's kind of the center of your being. And at other times it may even feel greater than you. And the soul is what travels to the other side when we transition. This is what we're connecting with. Now, the soul gets affected by each layer. So the conscious mind and the physical body and the energetic body to a degree as well. And so I would like to just start off with this. You are as good as intended. The way you are is how you are intended to be. Now, can we improve upon that? Sure, we all have room for growth and we all, make mistakes, but the essence of you as an individual, that is how you are intended to be. And that is an absolute beautiful thing. It is pure and it is you. And when we look at what happens in the physical world, when we look at, the conscious mind and everything we have to deal with, this is when we start to lose touch with the essence of who we are. Traumas, stress, work, distraction, taking care of everyone else, especially you moms out there juggling jobs, children, household, people working multiple jobs, worrying about finances, all the health issues, all the things that we have to contend with. Those things start to bring us more into the conscious mind and separate us, where we start to lose track or connection to our soul. And so then we start to feel, I don't feel like myself, or I feel a little bit restless. In this state, we will have difficulty making decisions. I'm not sure, I don't know if it feels right or not. That's because we're a little bit disconnected to ourselves. So, when you start having those, I can't make a decision, I'm not sure, we're asking every person we know to help you make a decision. And I'm not saying that we don't ever reach out for guidance. Don't get me wrong. We all need someone outside of us. We all need a little bit of guidance. But essentially, when you're making decisions for yourself or you're connected to yourself, you'll feel connected. You will feel solid. You will have an easier way about making decisions because it will feel right to you, or it will feel not suitable to you, or it'll feel wrong to you. It might feel a little bit off, So this is why it's so important that we are connected to the soul. And I would also, like to tell you a little bit about the soul has its own life. And it's always a fascinating thing, especially as a medium, because as a medium, it's not my mind connecting to the other side. It's actually my soul connecting to those souls on the other side. As amazing and as fascinating as that is, we're connecting soul to soul. And, this is going to bring up a lot of questions here. Well, if we're connecting soul to soul and we don't have a body, how is it you're able to describe what they look like? Or you're able to describe personality and what they're doing and what they like to do? Well, all of that's contained in the soul. It's still you. It's just without the baggage of life. So, and when in a reading, when a person from the other side connects to you here, or not even in a reading, when somebody from the other side connects to you, they're going to manifest ways so it's them. So the soul has its life, and that life is here to help guide you into what is ideal for your soul's journey while you're here. It can be complicated talking about the soul because it's like its own being, and yet it's attached to you, and yet it's not always fully attached to you. So the ideal state is when you are fully connected to this yourself. You feel like you. You feel like you in every situation. You might get a little, anxious under stress, but you can always rely on the decision process within yourself when you're connected to your soul. Okay? And that's what I really want to help get you to. Now, how do you even connect to your soul? Well, this is where meditation comes in. And for those of you, I can hear some of you rolling the eyes. I can't meditate. You know, I get it. Meditation isn't so easy. But a sitting practice can also help, or you just sit quietly 5-10 minutes in the morning kind of thing. The idea is to start to weed out the distraction of the day. And what this is this is a gift to you. Use this time not as a chore, not as a struggle, not as a forceful way in, oh, I need to connect to my soul so my life is better. No, use this sitting time or meditation time in a quiet meditation way when you're looking to get the distractions of life out of the way. That is a gift to you. Just that quiet sitting alone, number one, is going to just give you a reprieve. And so now you sit quietly. So I'm sitting here in the morning. Amy says I should sit 5 or 10 minutes quietly. So I'm sitting here in the morning and I'm not sure because my mind is wandering, but I'm trying to get connected to my soul, but I'm not really sure how to connect to my soul. Okay, right there, we're on a spin. So what you want to do then is you want to start just taking some deep breaths, and as though you want to breathe into yourself. What is my interior world trying to say? What is my interior feeling? Forget about the mind for a moment. What is my body trying to tell me? What are these questions that I've been pondering? Is there some answer that I'm seeking guidance on or decision making on? If I sit quiet enough, where do I feel that in my body? Does it feel out here or does it feel interior? If it feels interior, then you're connecting to yourself. And that in essence is connecting to your soul. And your soul has a lot of information because your soul is the part of you that made the life contract to come here and set up all these amazing, wonderful lessons that so many of us have a really long list on. Your soul is the one that made that agreement. And, you know, over time, as your soul got buried and you started getting disconnected for that, then you start blaming life for things. If we could turn it around and say, I've grown from these, now I can take control over my life because I am good as I am. I am not all of the experiences that happen to me. I'm not those things. I have grown from them. They have helped me become who I am. I may not like it, but I was intended to go through those things. Do you see where I'm getting at here? So why does this all matter? It matters because it's you, you know? So here's kind of a mechanism, if you will. If you think about yourself separated out, you've got the conscious mind, which many of us are dealing with on a regular basis. We're at work, we've got emails to do, you know, I can speak from my own experience of what this is like as a medium, but, you know, in your daily, you have, you know, you've got your conscious mind. So I've got work to do. I've got, you know, so, oh my gosh, I have to return that call, you know, oh, the lawn people didn't come. I have to pay this bill. We're all here. That's not really being connected to the soul. That's living right here in the physical. And sometimes we need to do that. Absolutely. Because there are things to be done. The other part is the physical, you know, you don't feel well. You've got an injury, you know, that your mind is taken to pain in your body. That is going to disconnect you from the soul as well, because that's another form of distraction. I'm not saying we shouldn't pay attention to our pain. Pain is information, right? But, you know, you can still be connected to your soul even when you're dealing with pain, but it's going to be a little bit more in and out, you know? And so pain exists, illness exists. We have these things to deal with, but where are we in the mix? You know, what happened to Amy here over all of this time? You know, and so as you learn to connect more with yourself, you start to realize, wait a minute, these are the things that feel right to me. These are the things that feel like they make sense to me. These are some of the things I should be doing. So I'll just be, you know, as a medium, when I'm doing a reading, Amy is not in the room, just the soul. That's what it's about. My physical body is here to pass on the messages, but I am not here. My conscious mind is not here really. I'm really about connecting to the other side to connect with people here, soul to soul. It's why so many healers, energy workers, mediums, they love to be in that space, because I can go into a reading with a headache and it doesn't exist while I'm in the reading. And then you come back out, you're like, oh, I still have that headache there. You know, you could go in with a back pain and during the reading, you're not feeling it. You're not feeling you. So a lot of people who do any kind of work like I do love this space. They can stay in that space forever, but it's the purity of it. You know, it's your soul doing its soul's work. Some people's soul, you know, you're here to be a good salesperson, an authentic, ethical salesperson. What if you're meant to build a good company? You know, what if you're meant to be a doctor or nurse or any kind of profession? What if you're just an amazing mechanic that just does so good? Boy, we need some good mechanics, don't we? So it doesn't matter what it is. It's that it's you and it feels right to you and you feel comfortable and you feel that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. For some people, it's being a great mom. And there's too many layers put on a moms have to do all of these things. I don't know. We need really good moms out there. So, you know, it doesn't matter what it is. It is you, and you are not wrong, and you cannot be wrong because your soul is never wrong. It's all of the stuff out here. It's what people say. It's how people compare us. Those are the things, the traumas that shake us, the stresses. That's what shakes us. That's what takes us into the mind and say, I'm not good enough. I can't do these things. And that's when we start getting disconnected. Meditation, I hope you can take that little meditation and just the idea of it and expand it for yourself so you get connected to yourself. You know, the more connected to yourself the more power you have, the more control you have, the more ease you have. So I leave you with that, and you all have a great evening. Thank you.